Hi, it's Neil here again from 12 Green Bottles Wine TV, and today I'm here to talk to you about Pinot Grigio. Got to be the most popular wine that we sell, certainly on the trade side of our business. Why is it so popular? Well, I guess it's because it's such an easy drinking wine. It's a nice dry wine, you get flavours like melon, green apple, sometimes you can get a bit of grapefruit on the cheaper ones, but it's a really popular wine, really easy drinking. And I think that we need to just explore what sort of decisions you need to make when you're buying this wine. Let's have a look at the labels. So we've got three different Pinot Grigios here. They're all made in Italy. Pinot Grigio is a style of wine that's made in Italy. It's an Italian brand almost. And if you look at the label, what you'll see is that it will usually say Pinot Grigio, of course, and then it will say that it's delle Venezie, so it's from the northeast of Italy around Venice, and then underneath that you'll usually see something else, and on this particular bottle here it says Indicazione Geografica Tipica, so that will be the cheapest Pinot Grigio you can get. What it's saying is that the grapes are from anywhere in that Venetia region, and actually, because they're just typical of the region, they could come from somewhere else. So not necessarily all from the Venice area, or that area around Venice, but I would say mostly from that area. The next bottle we've got here, it's got a nicer label. It also says Delle Venezie, but underneath, instead of saying Tipica, it says Indicazione Geografica Protettata. So what this is saying, the Protettata, or protected, is that all of the grapes have got to come from the Venetia region. So we would tend to find that the quality of the wine in that bottle would be slightly better. And whereas we might get, it's not necessarily the case, but we might get more of a bitter finish with this particular wine. With this wine, it would be a smoother finish. And of course, it would be slightly more expensive than the Tipica. So protected is more expensive than typical. And then we've got a wine here which is called Livon Pinot Grigio. This is really one of the kings of Pinot Grigio. It's from an area called Collio. It doesn't say anything about on the front of the label about protected or typical, but on the back it says that it's from a denominazione di origine controllata, which means that it's from an area which has basically got very strict rules about what grapes can be grown and how much volume they can harvest and so on. And what we would find with that particular wine is that the flavours are going to be much more pronounced, and of course the finish will be very, very smooth indeed. And of course it will be progressively more expensive than the previous two. And a top tip for you, if you like Pinot Grigio or you love Pinot Grigio, what you must do is try Pinot Gris. Pinot Grigio is made with the Pinot Gris grape. It's just harvested early, which is why it's got those lovely, clean, fresh flavours. Pinot Gris is left to go to full maturity, and the spiritual home of Pinot Gris is Alsace. And that's what this wine is here. It's a Pinot Gris from Alsace, and what you'll find with an Alsatian Pinot Gris is that the flavours are actually slightly more spicy. So instead of having melon and green apples, we might get things like banana or mango, and we'll have a slight oiliness about the texture of the wine in the mouth as well. Absolutely beautiful. You must try it. If you like Pinot Grigio, I think you're going to love Pinot Gris. Progressively a bit more expensive than Pinot Grigio maybe, but definitely worth trying. Anyway, I hope that's given you something to think about, and I'll look forward to seeing you here next time. Thanks very much.